So this is my garden. I've had it for a little over a year now. I have a plethora of different lettuce options in here with kale, lemon variations. This is cabbage. I got jalapenos, I got tomatoes growing. I have switched out this whole situation multiple times throughout the year. Things that I have noticed don't actually need to change the reservoir container as often as it suggests. It says once a month. I don't have time for that. Honestly, I've gone months without changing it, and it sounds disgusting. But if plants can grow in dirt, it can grow in whatever water source that you give it, essentially. So as long as it's growing and it's healthy and there's pests not developing and allergies not developing and the roots are not growing through the garden system, I personally have not had an issue. When you get your garden, you get a little nursery, and this is essentially how the pods come. They start out like this, and then some of them take a little bit longer to sprout, but you leave them in here until they're ready to be transported. The lighting is set on a timer. I choose to pay the membership fee, which is $34 a month. Those credits go towards pods that you can then purchase with your points, essentially, so it kind of pays for itself. But the membership, what it does is it gives you access to Kelby, who is pretty much your little virtual assistant here. So she controls everything for you. I have a lot of full mature plants. So right now I'm having to fill this reservoir up once every few days. It holds 5 gallons. I suggest not letting it get below 3. The lower the water level, the more often it produces algae. So you don't want that to happen. This is what it looks like inside. So this is a baby one. This one is actually my oldest plant that's in here. And even so, as long as you keep the roots clean and everything clean inside, you can keep it going as long as you want to. Second oldest plant in here. So I will actually rip off so that it doesn't cover up this part, because as it goes inside, you don't want it to cover up. You don't want it to cover up this hole, because this is where the water comes out. I also have trellises built inside, and then you just go through and prune as you need to. So right now I got a yellow leaf, and I just go in and I rip it out, just like you would with any of your other plants. These you harvest from the bottom, and then more plants produce over time, and they just keep coming out of the center. So you can keep reusing the same lettuce head over and over again. Same thing, harvest from the bottom, don't harvest all the way through, and you can keep using. You're supposed to keep it covered up, otherwise it produces more algae over time. So you can either get the caps or you can just use. First time I have ever grown cauliflower, and I'm still trying to figure out when I'm actually going to get cauliflower. I don't know what this is supposed to do. I haven't actually eaten it yet. These plants go really, really, really fast, and the better your nutrition, the faster they grow. So honestly, I can get several harvests from them throughout the month. I don't regret this at all, one bit. And it was super easy to put together. Biggest issue is connection to Wi-Fi. If you lose your connection to Wi-Fi, the lighting and the watering will remain the same with whatever schedule you have set, but you won't have access to see anything. So like you can't see your water level, you couldn't adjust your lighting system, you can't turn it off, you can't adjust the boost, you can't do anything if it's disconnected from the Wi-Fi. And I was having issues with that for a little while, which is essentially why I moved it into the kitchen. The closer it is to your modem, the better it is. I have not had issues with it since I moved it into the kitchen. I used to have it in the other room and it was too far away. But yeah, I have it linked under Gardyn in my bio. If you are interested, it is there. This is the older model. I want to say the Gardyn 2.0, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's really just an aesthetic difference between the 3.0 and the 2.0, but I could be wrong.